What's little secret that you know only because you work in that industry? 1. I don't work for Wendy's, but they actually have higher standards for their food than anyone else we distribute to. Their beef is actually never frozen, and they'll send them back if they get packed with frozen items. They turn away shipments for things like meat in boxes touching produce in boxes, like they should but no one else does. They send back expired or off-batch produce. Their tomatoes are usually picked a couple days before the store actually receives them, which they should, but no one else does. I still don't eat fast food, but I like to see food quality taken seriously. 2. Today's soup of the day was yesterday's soup of the day, now with rice. All thanks to Chef Mike. 3. I work in visual effects for TV and film. Most people that assumes big explosions and such, which it is, but a lot of it is cosmetic fixes and de-aging for the stars. 4. Bartenders find a discreet spot to Google the recipe for that rare drink you just ordered. 5. Teachers do in fact have favorite students. 6. Military grade means it meets the specifications with the cheapest price. Minimum specification for the cheapest price. 7. TV commercials really are louder than the programs. 8. Your professors hate grading your papers almost, if not more, than you hate writing them. 9. The best time to buy a car is the second model year of its release. Year 1, it's patchwork to just get them off the line. Year 2, everything is fixed and has quality content. 10. Video game development is a chaotic mess. It's a miracle that any game comes out at all, let alone with any amount of polish. 11. I work at a milk processing plant. All milk is the same regardless of the brand. It comes out of the same tank, we just change the labels. 12. When financing a car at the dealership, this includes leasing. They can and will mark up the interest rate almost certainly. Unless you, the consumer, specifically ask them, is this the best rate I qualified for? Then they technically don't have to give you the best rate. They can add as much as they feel they can get away with, then act like they're doing you a favor by discounting the rate. The Truth in Lending Act states that if asked, they must disclose, but only if asked. 13. The extra chicken nuggets or food in general was not an accident. 14. The signal strength bars on your phone don't mean anything real. Each phone manufacturer comes up with their own secret formula. It might change between software versions, and it's just a holdover from the old one-stone generation analog phones when received signal strength was the only important metric. 15. The massive professional quality cinema projectors that movie theaters use, the ones that can project crystal clear 4K images, the ones linked to top-notch surround systems that make movies come to life, the ones so big they have a giant exhaust hose. They have regular HDMI ports on the side. The staff has totally ripped each other apart in Mortal Kombat, or explored a fantasy world in Breath of the Wild, or blown away enemies in Call of Duty on the big screen when everyone has left for the night, or brought in some 4K discs and screened movies that haven't been in theaters in decades in near cinema quality, or loaded up a streaming app and watched a streaming exclusive movie in theaters. 16. Your housekeepers have to clean 10 to 13 rooms in 30 to 45 minutes a day, each. Strip the bed, remake the bed, clean all surfaces, bathroom vanity, toilet, tub, floors. In an easy room? No problem. A dirty room? Things get skipped. That floor got looked and picked over, not vacuumed. That trash got emptied, not changed. Those sheets are remade, not clean. Why? Because they don't have time, are pushed by management, and are constantly pressured to get those rooms out. Guests are waiting. This, by the way, was my experience in 2021 during peak COVID. 17. My uncle worked as an accountant for the construction of a fee MGM casinos and resorts. Here's some of the things he says. Don't use the slot machines. They are under a carefully constructed algorithm to keep you hooked, but ensure the house gets all the profit. There are numerous cameras, but only a few individuals watching them. The people watching the cameras are expert card counters. Casinos don't have vaults. All profit a casino makes is loaded into armored trucks every few hours and is shipped to the bank. When a casino opens its doors, it has zero cash inside. All profits are brought on by the people. Only about 2%, 5% of customers will make a profit. 18. Strippers aren't really into you, but I know I'm an exception. They tell me